Have you noticed after 50, something shifts? Not suddenly, not dramatically, just quietly. It's not just your body, it's how you think, what you notice, and how you feel. You might find yourself sitting there one day, and for no obvious reason, a thought just pops into your head. Is this how I want the next part of my life to look? It's not in a negative way. It's just honest. So, welcome back to the channel, Life of Paul and Over 50, where I just talk about things which are happening to me now I'm over 50. Nothing dramatic, just general chit chat. So if you enjoy this, please like and subscribe, and maybe ring the bell for notification of the next one. And today I'm talking about being over 50 and how you start to reevaluate your life. Where a lot of people, when you start to reevaluate your life, they automatically think that you're having a midlife crisis. No sports car for me. I've got no desire to start a band or make any massive life decisions. It's something a lot quieter than that. And to be honest, it's much more important. This is awareness. And awareness only really tends to come up when you actually slow down and actually hear it. And time suddenly seems different. When you're younger, time just seems endless. There's always, I'll do it later. There's always next year. There's always, I'll get round to it. We actually delayed things quite comfortably. I'll travel later. I'll catch up with people later. I'll look after my health later. Later it was a convenient time. A convenient time for us to leave things which we actually didn't really want to deal with at the time. That actually really was convenient. I'll put it off till later. But after 50, something changes. That convenient, I'll do it later, has actually come around. It's come around for you to actually deal with these issues, which you've put off until later. It's not appeared in like a dramatic way or something to fear. It's just now real. And that changes how you think about time. Is this worth my energy? Is this actually where I want to be and how I want to spend my days? It's not negativity, it's clarity. You can see a little bit clearer. And then the quiet shifts in priorities which drove you. Early in life, many of us are driven by proving ourselves, being busy, achievements, progression, and those things served a purpose. But after 50, those things which drove us, they don't have the same grip anymore. You may notice that you've lost interest in chasing things. You've lost patience with things which are unnecessary. And you've got less desire to impress people, especially the ones you actually don't particularly like. And instead, something else seems to rise. You begin to value peace, health, your time, a meaningful conversation. And most of all, you begin to value your energy. You become far more aware of what drains your energy and what actually restores it. And then things get a little deeper, where you start actually questioning your identity. Because when we were younger, our identity was structured. It was structured around roles, work, family, responsibility, routine. And those roles, they give you identity. But as life changes, those roles begin to shift. Children become more independent, work evolves or slows down, and responsibilities, they change. And somewhere in that space, a quiet question appears. Who am I now? And it's not really an easy question to answer, but it's a question which is really important. Because for the first time in a long time, you're not just reacting to life. You're actually starting to question it. It's like stepping out of a long meeting and you actually got a chance to think. And one of the biggest shifts of being over 50 is you start wanting meaning over busyness. You stop wanting life to be full and start wanting it to be meaningful. That's a pretty big shift. The world is really good at keeping us busy. There's always something to do. But meaning is different. Understanding meaning, it gets you to ask the questions of what matters now? What is important? What actually brings you a sense of contentment? And when you start looking at that, you start realising that the answers are a lot more simpler than you think. But you just need to open your eyes to it, which isn't easy. I've been finding that. I've started going for quiet walks, trying to enjoy a more meaningful conversation and spending my time with people who I actually want to be with. I have found myself, mind you, walking into a room and forgetting why I'm there. But to be honest, I look at that as part of the process of reflection. But do you know what? All of this isn't actually a problem. What it is, it's a turning point. So when people start feeling like this, they ask themselves, why do I feel like this? Why am I losing motivation? What's happening to me? But the honest truth is things which are becoming clearer. There's nothing wrong. You're not losing direction. You're actually being given the chance to choose your direction. And that's actually a really good place to be. This quieter way of thinking, this re-evaluation, you're not alone and you're not behind. If anything, you become more aware of actually how you want to live. And after 50, that's probably one of the most valuable things of all. So, I'd like to know if you've noticed this shift. What has changed in you compared to before? Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know, because there's a few strange times coming. A few new feelings. A few things which I've never noticed before. So let me know in the comments. Also, if there's something you want me to talk about, drop that note in the comment. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Life of Paul. Maybe ring the bell, get notified of the next video. And I'm going to carry on with my walk with Honey. Catch you on the next one. Have a good day.